Welcome to Phonogenics 101, a Riotboy production hosted by Jeremy Gloff. The podcast where people who love music discuss albums track by track. Please hit subscribe, and if you'd like to support this podcast, patreon.com/Jeremy Gloff or Venmo @Jeremy Gloff. And now, on to the music. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Phonogenics 101. My name is Jeremy Gloff, and this is the podcast where we take an album and talk about it track by track. I'm here with my Emmylou Harris family, and we are now really getting into the 1980s and Emmylou's discography, thanks to all the subscribers and the Patreon supporters. And let's just jump right in. We're talking about her album, White Shoes, from 1983. Boy, the 80s were rough for a lot of singers. And this definitely feels like the end of an era for Emmylou Harris. It was her last album with her husband of a long time, Brian Ahern. Is that how you pronounce his name?
Yes.
She was kind of in transition here. She would do another album with him many years later. The Grammy nominated, what was the name of it? All I Intended to Be. All I Intended to Be, that's right. But anyway, White Shoes. It was interesting. We had two albums of kind of outtakes and a few new tracks that were cobbled together. Then we had a live album. So this is kind of Emmylou's first studio album of all new material since Roses in the Snow, I guess you could say. And there was a lot going on in her life. There was a divorce going on. The 80s were in full bloom. Let's start with Richard. What were your thoughts on White Shoes when it came out in 1983? You followed Emmylou since the beginning, so...
Yeah, I mean, I have to say I was a little disappointed with it when it came out. It was, and I thought maybe if going back, I would have a fresh take on it. But I kind of feel still mostly the same about it. It's not my favorite Emmylou Harris album. So, she was trying to rock, but I don't know.
There's a lot of rock, but not a lot of roll.
I guess. I mean,
so Tada, you came into Emmylou in the 90s and kind of discovered her albums one by one. What were your thoughts when you got to this interesting album here?
Well, I remember White Shoes was not that available in the stores. I think I ordered it by catalog actually, because it was not like one of the common albums like Elite Hotel and Luxury Liner. You wouldn't find it very much everywhere. I was surprised when I first heard it because I was more used to the country music albums, and I hadn't heard Evangeline or any of those alternative albums yet even. So this one, I heard this before I heard those, so I was kind of like feeling that this was new music by me. I hadn't not the same music that I was used to hearing her singing. So, and also her voice had changed. It's much worn here than it had been earlier. More crispy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Starting to get tired from touring, and it has some cool songs on it. But there is one standout song. We'll come to that later. That totally like runs over everything. That whole album is worth that song.
That's how I feel too, and I wonder if it's for the same song. We'll find out.
You'll find out. But I have seen this. White Shoes is interesting because as you said, Jeremy, it was her last album produced with Brian Ahern. Her marriage was falling apart. I think that they needed to do something else to kind of be more creative in the studio. Great musicians on board here, of course. The sound of the album, it's produced very well, and it has some interesting tracks that we're not used to hearing Emmylou singing. It's more like has kind of like a 60s era sound to it, even though it's like it has more strong sound than that, but it has kind of feeling of that, more pop. There is not much country music in anything in here. And I also I know that during the Last Day tour, the previous album before this, that she was starting to try out those rock and roll songs with the hot band, and the hot band had changed a lot since then. And so she was like, I think she was having fun though, because she toured this album. She actually took it over all the way to New Zealand and had a tour there. She had her first TV show that she owned there. She made a whole concert that belongs to her, where she played the songs of White Shoes. And but and she also had a lot of those songs that has been played later in her shows, live shows. I mean, like Driving Wheel, she played it all the way up to the last shows with the hot band. So that was a song that she really liked. And In My Dreams was a hit for her. And so there are songs in here that are popular among fans and that she liked herself. But you don't hear much about this album anywhere. You don't hear her talk much about it either. You know, it's not a song that when people think about Emmylou Harris, they don't think about White Shoes as the album. It's one of those albums that kind of like is a little bit forgotten, I would say.
Yeah.
But if you look at it from an artist's point of view, I think that, you know, every artist, they don't want to make the same album over and over again. So it's probably exciting for her to try out some other kinds of songs as well, because, you know, she loves music. She's not only country that we know now. You know, I think that if Emmy came out with this album today, we wouldn't be surprised.
Right.
Because it's just that back then we were not used to her doing these things that much.
Yeah, but I mean, we wouldn't be surprised, but I mean, the song selection, I think, leaves something to be desired for the most part on this record.
Mm-hmm.
It really doesn't have great songs, that many great songs. Well, it has one great song.
Yep.
Toddy, I almost felt like not only was it 60s, but there's a lot of like 50s rockabilly in here too, even more so than. It's interesting.
And there's a lot of 80s synthesizer.
Yeah, it's like a weird mixture. And I feel like the material wants to be very spirited, but it's a weird juxtaposition because she sounds so damn tired. So it's like, on one hand, they're trying to rock, but on the other hand, it sounds like Emmylou really needs to take a break.
And she probably needed to.
Yeah.
You know, she probably should have taken some time off. The problem with Emmylou Harris is that she's a workhorse. She's never been able to take time. She never had a holiday. She never stopped. You know, even if you didn't see her or hear a new album, she was constantly working on someone else's album or writing or touring or doing something. You know, she never stopped. Yeah. She's a road hog. She called herself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think of the album cover? I think the picture on the back is beautiful. I feel like this shows where she was at more than any of the songs on the album. Kind of, there's like a sadness to this picture and like a haziness. So I feel like this kind of captured the moment. And I've always loved this picture. And this is, I just feel like White Shoes is such an interesting album title and concept.
It is interesting, yeah, and as you said with the photos, it has beautiful photos. But you know, when she started to tour, she moved to Nashville instead. You know, her marriage had failed. She brought her kids with her. She cut her hair, had that perm in her hair, and she totally changed her looks, changed her sound, changed her way of living, and everything. Emmy was in a change here when she recorded this album.
Now you know, as a gay man, we got to talk about the looks. This was the tour where her look completely changed, right? And that long, beautiful hair. This is the album where midway through the 80s mullet came, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was the perm. Like her hair suddenly was like a little bit like Dolly Parton or Oprah Winfrey. I don't know.
I saw the pictures because before it was feathered, there was like the perm. And I was like, oh, girl. Oh, girl.
Yeah.
There was a lot of bad hair in the 80s, I'll tell you.
Something happened in the 80s.
And I hate to say this, like Emmylou, if you're watching this, but I feel like the Emmylou hair didn't get good till Bluebird again.
No, I know, you know, and I also feel like it feels like we're back in bad hair days era right now. I don't know I think what's going on over there in the States without going political. There's a lot of bad hair going on right now.
There's a lot of bad everything going on right now.
Bad hair, bad politics, yeah.
A lot of bad hair days going on.
All right, friends. Well, let's put on our white shoes and get through this album. Driving Wheel, very upbeat, very rockabilly. Emmylou sounding raspy. I do think it's a decent opener.
It's a swing song, you know.
Yeah.
I have played this song and dancing swing to this song, you know.
Yeah.
It is a fun song, but it's not a song that I go to when I'm listening to Emmylou Harris. But when I put it on, it needs to be loud.
It's an upbeat album opener, so she's back to trying to do that with the opening song. It's a T-Bone Burnett song. And Billy Swan. That's kind of this was released as a single, but it only made it to number 26.
Nope.
Yeah.
The wheel didn't drive very far.
Yeah, we're driving wheel. You know, you said T-Bone Burnett song. Yeah, and he's on that album playing as well. And remember that he became one of the greatest producers in later. You know, he would produce
He sure did.
Alison Krauss album. You know,
Yeah.
and then yeah.
Did he do that Bonnie Raitt album, Fundamental? Was that him?
No, that was Chad Blake.
Oh, that's my favorite Bonnie Raitt album.
Chad Blake and Mitchell Froom, I think.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Whoops, sorry guys. I give Driving Wheel a thumbs up. Let's do a thumbs up, thumbs down for this album. It might get a little bit fun. All right. Pledging My Love. We're back to the Emmylou albums where it starts with the fast song and then goes into the ballad. It reminds me of like Elite Hotel. She did that. That happened on Luxury Liner. Blue Kentucky Girl started with Sisters Coming Home and then it went into, what was the second song? Beneath Still Waters, was it?
Oh my God. Beneath
Yeah.
So, you know, this is not Sisters Coming Home into Beneath Still Waters, but it is Driving Wheel into Pledging My Love. Pledging My Love was a top 10 country hit, though, wasn't it?
Number 9. Yeah.
Yep.
It was a Johnny Ace song from 1955. So that's the the cover of that.
It's not one of my favorite Emmylou ballads. I will just say.
It's not.
No.
No, I think this is an interesting song she's doing. It's a beautiful song, but no, it's not my. Same with me. It's not my favorite Emmylou Harris ballad, but it kind of I think that she liked that type of 60s sound because this song reminds me of To Know Him is to Love Him.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That same type of vibe, but it's that version. I think that Elvis Presley released this song as well, but I have heard it by Kitty Wells.
Yeah, Kitty Wells did it.
Well,
that's probably one of the only Kitty Wells songs I actually liked her sing because to me Kitty Wells sounds like a horny cat on the other records.
don't talk about shitty Wells that way.
But
I'm always remembering when Joni's mom said to her, "Who do you think you are, Kitty Wells?"
Poor Kitty Wells is always getting dragged in this podcast.
She is. I don't know. Have you seen the Patsy Cline movie, Sweet Dreams? And she's like, Kitty Wells come on the radio, and Patsy Cline say, "You ain't singing, bitch."
No.
Sorry, people, for that. But anyway.
Well, I give Pledging My Love like a sideways. I don't think it sucks, but I don't love it.
Yeah. I want to know, since this seems like a not so much of a country album, and yet Pledging My Love and In My Dreams were both top 10 country chart hits.
Yeah.
So, which says something weird about 80s country radio.
Yeah, it's something had changed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, because she wasn't able to get very far on the charts on country radio hardly at all for a while, right?
Yeah.
But the next song, In My Dreams, is kind of more expected to be Emmylou sound song.
Right.
I feel like that. So In My Dreams, track 3, I feel like that is your quintessential like early 80s Emmylou hit. It's the same writer as like If I Needed You and Born to Run, isn't it?
No, If I Needed You, Tom Sanford.
Oh, that's right. You're right. But
what I think is weird about this song is that it's all about a relationship breaking up, and it's by the guy that's going to be your next husband.
Yeah, there was a lot of like Fleetwood Mac undercurrents going on here because Emmylou's breaking up with one producer. She's about to marry the songwriter, and we don't want to bring Emmylou's personal life into this. It's not our business, but you can't help but think that her music does have an autobiographical tinge to it, and that's what she was going through on this album. And get it, girl. You got to get it where you find it.
Yeah, and there's one thing on this album that you will find over and over again on the songs, that it has massive harmonies.
Yeah.
You hear it here, there's like layers of harmonies coming on. In My Dreams, you will hear it on the next song, and you will hear it on Better Start Turning Them, it has big, great harmonies of people singing in the background there. That's one thing on this album I have noticed. The songs they're building up as they go. The song, the more you get closer to the end, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. So they have done a little bit different production here than they had done on the previous albums.
I feel like, don't crucify me for saying this, you guys, but I feel like In My Dreams kind of has that, once again, that 80s Queen of Hearts kind of production pop that was popular at the time.
Yeah. Choose Newton. Yeah.
Yep.
Is she layering the harmonies on herself? Because I don't see any vocal credits on those.
Yeah, I think it's Emmylou.
I think it's Emmylou doing the harmonies because it sounds very like sisterly singing there.
Mm-hmm.
I do think that In My Dreams is a bop. I do listen to it a lot. It does give me a good feeling, even though it's kind of a downer lyric wise, but I do love these kind of Emmylou songs that she was coming out with in the 80s. I love Born to Run. I love In My Dreams. I'm tired today. I keep giving fake news. Like I knew that If I Needed You wasn't the same writer, but it was in the style of the kind of hits that she had at the time.
Yeah, no, it's not. No, it was. Yeah, it is. I agree with you. Fake news.
This is a song I kind of like on the album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thumbs up. 2 thumbs up for me.
Yeah, I like it.
All right, so then, oh Lord, White Shoes. Whoa, White Shoes.
Yeah. Isn't that unusual for Emmy to pick that as a song title for an album when the lyrics it's like not lyrically way she would do her songs earlier, It's kind of cheesy.
I just think what a weird, like somebody sat down and said that they're just going to write a whole song. I guess that's a very 1950s thing to they're going to buy a new outfit and feel good. But like those lyrics are so lazy. Hey, Lou, you better start new. When it gets that verse, I'm like, oh shit.
It's Lou.
This is the same songwriter that brought
I get it now.
Easy Feeling.
Oh, it's the same songwriter?
Yeah.
Isn't that, we have had Blue Suede Shoes earlier as well by others. So, not always the strongest numbers, but they kind of like.
Dude, I know if I wore white shoes out, they'd be dirty by the end of the night. Because I can't even eat a hot dog without getting ketchup all over my shirt.
Oh, but this song, as I said on the other song, listen at the end of the song, it's just like layers of choir coming in. I think it sounds like there are black girl singers there. It sounds like a gospel-y sound.
I do kind of like where the music kind of changes tempo and gets into that fast thing. Tonight I'm gonna go out and get.
Yes, it's a cool. Yeah,
this is one of those things where it's so campy and kind of so bad that I love it. I hate to say it, but it's really bad, but it's also like so good. Is that weird to say? Because I love like campy things, kind of. To me, it's like kind of like Carly Simon's "Spoiled Girl" album from 1985.
Yeah. No, it's.
You got Bonnie Bramlett and who else? Bonnie Bramlett and somebody else. I need my specs.
Oh, they're singing?
Yeah, and Barbara Bennett. I don't know who Barbara Bennett is, but Bonnie Bramlett's got some pretty nice pipes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a weird ass song. I'm giving it a thumbs up and a thumbs down both.
Yeah.
Lyrically, it's terrible. I have to say that.
It's like Mr. Sandman, it's not.
That's your least favorite song, though, isn't it, Tarja?
That one. Even Linda Ronstadt has a version of that one, and I'm fast skipping out songs.
Yeah. Poor White Shoes, man. We're just ripping it apart. Well, if Emmylou was not feeling good in her life and she felt that going out and buying some white shoes would make her feel better, more power to her.
Nice
She probably
pair, though, I think.
changed out her boots and put on some white shoes.
Yeah.
Was that kind of because that's like the new wave thing from like the 80s, right? Like,
Yeah, I guess.
oh,
Look like stepping shoes.
Yeah. They don't have white toes.
No.
oh Lord. I didn't want to go into the next song because Donna Summer is in my top 10 favorite of all time. And I love Donna Summer. Someday I am going to do her discography on my podcast.
One of the most underrated singers of all time is
All
Donna.
time. Great songwriter, innovator. Her albums have so many songs that weren't hits that are classic.
Her voice is insanely good.
Yeah.
And Donna Summer is an artist that you kind of like forget about how good she is until you start playing her.
Mm-hmm.
So
She was a good friend of Emmylou's, you see. She would hang out with Emmylou and Nancy Griffith at Phil Kaufman's house.
right. Because they're all in Nashville, right?
Yeah.
So when I started collecting Emmylou in the early 2000s, I had to buy the CD as an import. This was hard to find at the time.
Exactly. That's what I said. I had to order it.
So when I saw the track listing and I saw that Emmylou was covering Donna, I was excited. I'm like, oh shit. But then when I heard it, I'm like, oh shit. Because
Well,
I wish they would have gone full out country with it, but it's kind of that shitty electric piano-y 80s ballad. And I feel like the power of On the Radio is how it starts as a ballad, then the beat comes in, and that's the power of the song. And Emmylou's just never puts the pedal to the gas on it.
no, but I kind of like.
And I would have liked that if the production was different. Like I could have heard it being a ballad, but I hate that electric piano. And I mean, her voice is really raspy in this one.
It is raspy and it's sore, but I think that Emmylou is always, when she's covering other people's songs, she makes sure that she doesn't do them the same way that others do them. Because
Right.
I mean, even if it was the 80s, she was not going to go disco. She's not Dolly Parton, she's not going that far.
Oh my
But-
God.
but
Those Dolly albums were a hot mess too. Whew.
it's forgettable, those 80s albums.
Any Dolly album where her name's written in neon, it's like skip it.
Right. No, this song on the radio, I mean, like, it's kind of good that she didn't dare to do a Donna Summer on it, because since
Yeah.
you're so different, I mean, she wouldn't have the power to do it like Donna Summer in the same way. But interestingly, my partner is not a big Emmylou Harris fan. However, of course, as a black person, everybody knows Donna Summer.
Right.
And I've been trying to play songs from everything Emmylou, from Roses to Snow to In the Snow and to Wrecking Ball. He's like, nah, not my thing.
Oh,
And I said, well, then I started listening, and I was just like, it was coming random, shuffle on my player, and this song came up, and I went, oh, and he was like, what is that? I said, no, this is Emmylou, and he's like, that's Donna Summer. I said, sure is, and he was like, I like this. I said, what? I mean, like, this is the song album I listen least to, this one and Gliding Bird. And he was like, no, this is cool. I was like, so it depends who's listening.
Right.
Because there are people that likes this music that don't like country music will find this album maybe more interesting than the bluegrass things, You never know.
Yeah. This is the only, I don't know if it's the only song, but this song, Steve Fischel plays steel guitar on this, but he's playing something called a Malabar on the other songs. I had to look up what the hell that was.
What is that?
It's a weird kind of electric guitar that has the neck and the face lifted up to a 45-degree angle so you can play it straight. And it's got anywhere between 6 and like 10 strings. It's primarily a slide instrument, but it was invented in the 60s.
Okay.
Apparently it's on it was first used on like Jefferson Airplane albums, but
because that's one thing that Brian Ahern would do.
yeah.
He was not afraid of trying out instruments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that but this one he actually plays pedal steel on this one.
Huh.
which I think is kind of that's probably the nicest touch to the song, is that sort of soft little steal in the song. I kind of like that. But yeah, it's I don't know.
I kind of just feel it's like on the radio. Wow. Like
Yeah.
it's just like it's a very rough vocal performance.
Yeah, it's
But
not. It is not Sin City, you know.
well, I don't want to do the thumbs up or thumbs down because it wouldn't be very nice. So let's move. Any other thoughts? Yeah. Any other thoughts on the radio?
No, not really.
No, it's time to flip the record over.
All right. It's only rock and roll, you guys.
Okay, so this is okay. I have something to say about that. It's only rock and roll is that's a Rodney Crowell song.
Yeah.
And I think that this song is underrated because the more you listen to it, turn up the volume. This is actually a pretty cool rocker.
It's not the Rolling Stones.
It's not the Rolling Stones, but listen to the way that she sings the lyrics when she after the bridge and she go into the second verse, and you can hear that she's really rocking. She is enjoying this song very much, and my parents love this song.
Really?
Yeah, they really like it. Yeah.
This is another one that kind of feels like a throwback to the 60s or 50s.
Yeah.
I guess I think of it in terms of Rodney Crowell's songwriting output. It's as a song, not regardless of Emmylou's performance, as a song, it's it's not up there with his best songs. But it's okay. It certainly beats the next cut on the album.
Oh. Well, I will give it another chance. I felt when I was listening to it that didn't rock nearly as hard as it wanted to, but Toddy, I will take a listen in my car and give it another chance.
I'll crank it up a little more. I had to listen to it at a reasonable volume because my wife was listening to the record with me. So
what'd your wife think of it?
She said this is not among her best.
All right.
So, this album is one of the few albums that has not been remastered and re-released.
Right.
But it has a good production. If it was remastered, I'm sure the sound would have been very good.
Because you can get the CD now as part of that, like the record, like there's like a box set, right?
Original release.
Yeah.
Something,
But they are not remastered.
Yeah, because that's where I got 13 on CD is out of that set.
Oh my God, 13, yeah.
Yeah. All right, well, we're moving on. So this next song, this is another one that I feel like it's so campy and it's kind of so bad that it's good to me because Emmylou's like, let's rock. And then the band's like, like
the Marilyn Monroe song?
Yeah.
Let's rock again.
Yeah.
But and then it doesn't. I just feel like they're kind of sleepy, which is kind of funny because they're like wanting to rock.
So isn't this like a recitation? She speaks the song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I kind of like it though. What do you guys think of this one? Don't ask Richard.
Well, yeah. The chorus is good.
Let's rock.
Let's rock.
Apparently, we have T-Bone Burnett to blame for this one too. This is a basic track arrangement by T-Bone Burnett. So
this is like the predecessor to "It Don't Impress Me Much," Shania, where she's talking. I mean, who did it first?
Yeah.
Let's rock again.
Well, the irony is a little bit different from the way Marilyn Monroe sings it, because her version is ironic as well, but in a kind of a different way.
Yeah.
This was in Gentlemen Prefer Blondes, the song.
I skipped this song on the album. It's never been a song that I wanted to listen to twice.
No, it's true.
Talia, before you came on the podcast, I was telling Richard how for my own music, I was looking for a 4-track analog recorder, and they're totally like nobody has them anymore. So I was going to all the pawn shops around the city and like these seedy neighborhoods, listening to this album, and it was like kind of the perfect day because this is like the perfect album for like that. Going to those dusty, outdated pawn shops, then getting in my car and listening to Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend. I'm like, this is a moment right here. I'm having a moment with White Shoes.
Yeah.
Everything that day was just a little bit tired. All right, well, moving on.
I feel sorry. Yeah, I don't know. Nothing.
What's next? Best Friend? Oh no, Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend. Good news.
This is a song that I can't.
Dude, that 80s electric piano, it's just like a dirge of...
This is for me the same sounds as on the radio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't go anywhere with me, this song. I have listened to it many times, and it's just like, nah.
To me, this is the low point of the album for me.
Exactly.
Really? No. Nah. The previous cut was the low point of the album.
I can do that. Like I feel like I almost want to dress in drag and like do the drag queen version of Diamonds. Emmylou's Diamonds Are, because it's campy to me. So like to me that one's so bad it's good. This bad news or good news or whatever. Just
I wonder how
nothing about it.
I wonder how she got this song. I had to look up Shirley Eckhardt, who's a Canadian singer-songwriter. I wonder whether she was some friend of Brian's or something.
Might be, yeah.
I mean, that schlocky 80s electric piano.
The songwriter does harmony vocal on it too. So I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I don't have as many negative feelings as you all do, but I don't have that many positive feelings about it either. So
think of like 1983 on the airwaves. That electric piano was all over the place and it was not good. Like,
no, it's I don't know if it's a bad song or if it's just
bad production, right?
Production, I don't know, but I think it's kind of like it doesn't sound like Emmylou. It's not her. It's like very different everything on it. I cannot wrap my head around it. It doesn't fit to my.
It's tough. The themes on this album are really dark.
Yeah.
You know, this one starts with darkness falls and you withdraw, your humor disappears. It's been this way for years. It's nothing new. I mean, this is a portrait of a relationship really just about to collapse, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's kind of what shows in the...
And sometimes that makes for like the best art and sometimes the not so great art. So I feel like
it didn't make for the best art in the case of White Shoes, I don't think.
So just to kind of recreate my day with you guys, by the time Good News came on, I had to park in back of this one pawn shop, and all these homeless people were living there. It smelled like pee really bad. So that's my memory of that song.
Yeah,
I was like, this is all right. Continuing my trip from that day and the album itself, baby, better start turning them down. I feel like we're trying to rock again. Let's rock again.
Well, I like this song. This is a song that goes back to, I think, I know Rodney did it, Roseanne did it.
Yeah, but Emmy's versions is better than both of them.
You think so?
Yeah, in my opinion, there is. I have listened to Roseanne's versions many times. I listen to her albums a lot, actually, and
I'm a huge Roseanne Cash fan myself.
She's good, and Roseanne is good.
See, I put this song in the same family as like "Ain't Living Long Like This," like those kind of like rockin', Emmylou songs.
That's also a Rodney Crowell song. So.
Yeah.
And the end of the song as well, it has like a massive backup singing thing on it.
Yeah.
It's the same singers as on
White Shoes, right?
White Shoes, yeah. Bonnie Bramlett and Barbara Bennett.
Huh.
Yeah. But it's pretty good. I mean, it definitely beats almost everything else on the album in a lot of ways. I don't know. I mean, so far, if I had to say songs that I liked on this, well, I'll leave the last one for later, but like Driving Wheel, it's In My Dreams. maybe better start turning them down.
She had
Those
this
are-
on her she had this song in her set list when she was touring it.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, she did this song live, so it's one of the numbers that she really liked. You know?
I can see her rocking the perm, singing this. All right. Well, I can't speak for anyone else, but the first time I heard this album back in the 2000s, I just remember like not falling in love until this last song. Like this is the song that I actually played over and over and over, like an old-fashioned waltz. I feel like all the pain that Emmylou was feeling all got channeled into the song. So this is my personal favorite on the album. What do you guys think of this one?
Which one?
Did I skip one?
I love this song
Old-fashioned waltz.
so much, and I really love Sandy Denny's version, who wrote the song, because she's got one of the greatest voices in modern popular music. So Emmylou's is good, but I don't think it beats Sandy Denny's. But she does really she does a nice job with it.
It's the best song on the album.
Oh, definitely.
And Emmy, she said that, you know, when she did those, we will come to that later probably, but she did a collection a few years, I think it was 2007, a few years ago, a collection of albums. Songbird.
Oh yeah. So, yep.
Yeah.
And she picked 2 songs from each album to put on there, you know.
Huh.
And she said in one of the promotion interviews that, you know, even if there was an album that only had like 1 song that was enough to record a whole album, you know, I had to put that song on there. And she was talking about White Shoes.
Oh.
And she put that song on there. So that song, I mean, like she wanted really to record that song enough to actually make a whole album out of it.
Which was what? White Shoes or Old Fashioned Waltz?
Old Fashioned Waltz.
Yeah.
So is that a penny whistle in there? Is that what that?
No, it's actually a recorder.
Because I feel like the recorder can be dangerously bad on a song, but I don't mind it in this one. You know, it's certainly not The Heart Will Go On.
Have you all heard Sandy Denny's version of this song?
I never have.
You should.
It sounds like an Irish song.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen those TV program that Jerry Douglas did? It's called oh Lord, what is it called? They had different guest artists singing there. Irish Dement, Mary Black, you know.
Transatlantic Sessions. Is that it? Transatlantic.
Yes, exactly. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, yeah.
Emmy did this song there. She did Wheels of Love, and she did this song, and I was like, she really loved that song. And again, it sounds like I think they had bagpipes on it.
Wow, is this on YouTube? I'll have to look it up.
If it wasn't, it was. But if not, I think I'll have it somewhere here.
Okay.
That was in '95 that we recorded that.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, and here on this version that's on the album of Old Fashioned Waltz, the hoarseness and the sore tone, the raspy voice comes to its full purpose. I mean, like it fits. Here it fits because it is sad at the same time, melancholic and all of that, but it really here is where it should be, you know.
I feel like I said, everything that she was feeling and experiencing, she saved all of that for this performance in this song. I just think it's one of the best, for me, one of the best of her career.
Mm.
Maybe I'm overshooting it, but I just always loved this one.
It's a beautiful song, and it surprises me every time I put it on how good it is.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, you know, I mean, I love the song too, and I think her performance is great, but it doesn't beat the original performance by the songwriter, which is so spectacular, I think.
See, I'll have to go back and listen to that. So
nobody would agree more on that than Emmylou herself, Richard.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Sandy Denny had a terrible, you know, tragic end, but she was.
See, and this is sacrilegious to say, but I only know Sandy Denny as far as like her Zeppelin appearance.
Oh, not familiar with her.
Yeah, she's on that one Led Zeppelin song, right?
Battle of Evermore.
Right. Right. See, I'm a huge anti Led Zeppelin fan.
Oh,
I do not like Led Zeppelin one.
he was Fairport Convention, right?
Yeah, I love them. And
Robert Plant.
Robert Plant I like is in his later incarnation. I like the Americana Robert Plant, but I don't really care for Led Zeppelin.
Oh yeah, no, I've never been a Led Zeppelin fan either, but his voice was a powerhouse.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Well,
he actually sings background on the new Patty Griffin record, which is surprising since they had a tumultuous and horrible breakup. But anyway,
Maybe because he had to be a backup singer. I don't.
well, just for fun, let's say, what songs would you keep from this album? I'll go first. I would, even though I would keep White Shoes and Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend for my drag queen performance. Like, to me, they're just campy fun, and Emmylou doesn't get campy very often, so I'm gonna come out full drag, White Shoes. But then I also like In My Dreams and Old Fashioned Waltz. I think those are the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
What about you guys? What are you keeping from the album?
Oh, Old Fashioned Waltz I would keep. It's Only Rock and Roll I would keep for a party here with my friends. What else? What else? Oh my God.
You're like, and that's about it.
Richard, your turn.
I'd keep Driving Wheel, In My Dreams, and like an Old Fashioned Waltz. The Rodney Crowell songs are okay, but they're not his best. So
Yeah.
I'd probably keep them around, but I wouldn't play them as often as.
I would love for this album to be remastered and re-released with 3 extra insanely good cuts on it.
I know.
Yeah.
Maybe Emmylou did a country version of Donna Summer's Hot Stuff, and she's sitting in the vaults.
Yeah, with
that raspy voice.
With a violin in the background, and the band just going crazy.
She does Love to Love You, baby.
Oh.
Oh my God! Even Donna Summer cut that out of her.
I know. All right, so White Shoes, my friends. Scale of 1 to 10 on the Phonogenics 101 rating. What would you guys give it?
5.
Since we have inflated ratings, I'll give it a 5 too.
All right. I'm gonna follow the crowd and give it a 5 because I think sometimes I rate things too high because I get caught in the moment. But sorry, White Shoes. The good news is, though, the next time we meet in late August, it's a whole new ball game for Emmylou.
We're doing Sally Rose next, right?
Sally Rose is coming up next.
All right.
That's right.
Sally Rose is. I think that Sally Rose will be interesting for a lot of people listening because Sally Rose is probably one of the most, as she said herself, one of the best kept secret in music business.
Yep, and I was telling Richard I found the version with the demos. It took me a while to find the CD, but I found one. So I'm gonna listen to all of it, so I'm ready for the podcast.
I've got my album and I've got the re-release with all the demos. So I'm glad we have some time because I'm going to spend a lot of time with it. It's been a while since
Me too.
I've listened to Sally Rose.
Okay, so before we say goodbye now, when you're listening to the demos of Ballad of Sally Rose, listen to the demo of her doing everything on Sweet Chariot.
Oh.
Put it on loud and listen to that, and listen to it a few times, and you know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, my friends. Well, I will get this online today. Much love to the Emmylou family. We are now leaving the first era of Emmy. I feel like it's the end of an era. It started with Pieces of the Sky, and we started with Pieces of the Sky, and we ended up with White Shoes. It is what it is.
All right.
It is what it is, and when listening to this album, it's kind of like also makes sense that it was time for a change.
It was time for a change, yeah. And by no means is it a terrible album. There's things I think are kind of interesting on here. So I'm glad we took a day to talk about it. I'm definitely ready for Sally Rose next.
Right.
All right. Well, I will say that this album sat in my record cabinet for a long time till I had to pull it out and listen to it for the.
You dusted off the old white shoes to wear them one last time.
Yeah.
Well, it came
I
out again.
listened to it 3 times. So.
Well, it was actually re-released when she did the box set of her radio albums on LPs. It was re-released then again.
Oh, this one.
Yeah, so it is available again. Good thing. It is available again on LP. Finally, LP is back. Here it is.
One thing I'll say, they had really skimpy vinyl back in the 80s. You can flap that thing around and none of that 180 gram vinyl stuff for Warner Brothers in 1983.
Wonder what guitar is in her guitar case where she rested her legs on the front of the cover of the album.
What do you think that is? A bus station?
It's supposed to look like one.
Yeah, maybe it is.
Whatever room this is has like a really high ceiling.
Greyhound. Yeah.
It's some kind of dreadnought. It's probably that big Gibson she's always playing.
Emmylou's like, after I finish this album, I am out of here. And she sure was.
I've seen those outtakes photos of this album, and it had a big, nice poster that went with the promotion for it. Those outtakes photos with Phil Kaufman's laying in the floor around her guitar case, and she's cracking up. There's a load of funny photos.
We'll drop them in our chat so I can see them.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, my friends. I will see you next time. Thank you, everybody.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.